cut, and I hope you, oh my gosh, what is going on today? What's up guys, it's your girl, J to J, in the cut, and I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Hey.
I wanted it the hard way, no it ain't been easy, fighting so hard for your love, I like it.
If you don't know already, in the description box below there is a Google form where you can submit anonymous video requests and anonymous questions. So if you're nervous about asking me something or you don't want it to be public, just go in that description box below and submit your video requests and your comments. Go to the Google Docs now. Do it now, y'all. Do it. Some of y'all have already did it, and that's why this video is here today. So let's get it. I hate when people drive by and their cars are like, shut up. Damn, stay in your house. Are we supposed to be inside anyway? Question number 1. What was your experience at Texas State? My experience at Texas State was absolutely amazing. My freshman year was my favorite year of all. It was amazing. It was just, honestly, I can say it was honestly an adventure. Every single day, it was always something new happening. Car outside, please shut up while I'm talking. It was always something new happening, something crazy. Like, I literally had a story for every single day. I really wish I was journaling back then every day because, oh my gosh, that would have been so fun to look back on. Honestly, you know, I'm just thankful that I got to experience everything. I learned a lot of hard life lessons my freshman year at Texas State. I got to experience like the leadership position side at Texas State, like because I was the president of my dorm. I got to experience being homecoming royalty. I got to experience, oh, if y'all didn't know, I'm a singer, so because I performed at the Texas State's talent show and I placed, Texas State reached out to me and asked me to sing at their basketball games, like any sporting event that you can think of except for football, I was basically asked to sing at, and it was pretty dope. I just wanted a pretty good break for my sophomore year because freshman year I was really out there, but yeah, partying was crazy, y'all. I was a party plug. Like, people would literally hit me up and be like, hey, what's the play? And I'd be like, doo-doo. I made some amazing, genuine, lifelong friends. I also had a couple fake friends and some snakes along the way, you know, but you know, I had to learn from that. I also experienced bullying. It was really, really bad because I was out there. I had a lot of haters, but I also had a lot of people who supported me too. So I always leaned on my support too. A lot of people watched my YouTube channel and would always like pay attention to me. I took down a lot of those videos because I was doing some crazy crap in there, but I was like pretty known around campus. Like, anywhere I would walk, hey, J to J or Lantana, because I was the president of that dorm, so people call me Lantana. So it was pretty dope. Overall, my experience was great. If you want to know more about like the bullying experience I had, comment down below or go to the Google form and submit it, because I will gladly spill the tea about what happened with that. As for like dating at Texas State was very, very hard because a lot of people just want to wham bam thank you ma'am. Where can you go for STD testing in San Marcos? I would definitely reach out to a primary care doctor or something, or try to find one. Hope you guys have health insurance. If not, I'm sorry. Especially if you're trying to go to the student health center, because sometimes they be home and not even gonna cap. But anyways, they do testing. It's just like a limited amount of like things that they can do. I don't think they test for absolutely everything. What was your most awkward, boring, and fancy date? Oh man. So let's start with the awkward date. The most awkward date I've ever had was whenever I went to the movie theater with this dude, and he had a nice car and everything. You know, he was whooping that Camaro, and I was just like, ooh, okay, you know, it's like, come on, you know, it's like, I don't even like two-door cars like that, but you know, he did a lot of upgrades on it, so it was pretty nice. Like, I'm not even gonna cap, and I ain't even a car person like that. But we ended up going to the movies together, and I like a lot of butter in my popcorn, so I drowned my popcorn in butter. Okay, so I did that, and then I put some salt in there, some butter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was making my popcorn the way I like it. We sit down, and the movie theater had chairs that reclined. So we both sit down, and he starts to recline like both of the seats back and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, we're going back. But what I didn't know is as he was doing that, the butter was dripping down and like coming out on the sides of the containers, getting everywhere. I didn't realize it. And then he was kind of like, oh, and I was like, oh, snap. Basically, my entire outfit was just covered in butter, and we ended up not even finishing the rest of the movie because he was like, you trying to go, like, you know. And then after that, I found out he had herpes. I never really had a boring date. Hey guys, so I was editing my video and then I thought about an even more boring date, you guys. So here it is. So the most boring date I went on was when I went to one of my favorite restaurants, and we were sitting there and he sat across from me. He didn't say anything the entire time until I was like, so, like, what are you passionate about? And then he was like, guns. And I was like, oh, guns? Y'all remember when that school got shot up and it was all this commotion and people really were trying to fight for, like, you know, stricter gun laws? Well, he was really mad about that, about the fact that people were trying to fight for stricter gun laws. He was like, they're trying to remove my rights. It is my God-given right to hold this. Come and take it. And I was like, oh, okay, it's about that time to go. I texted my mama. I was like, okay, it's time to go. Well, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. So that was a boring date. It was kind of weird and boring, but yeah. The most fanciest date that I've ever been on was probably whenever I went to this place. I'm not gonna say where and with the person because this person is pretty known, so I'm not gonna say it. But basically, we went somewhere and then he paid for like a whole Airbnb. So we went out, we went clubbing, we had a good time. We were free VIP everywhere we went. I'm talking about free drinks, free food. Everybody knew us. It was dope. And then we went back to the Airbnb and it was just so like romantic and it was just so sweet and I had a good night. What are some good date ideas in general or specific to San Marcos? Well, this question is very tricky because, and I know it may seem like a chill question, like really Jada, you're doing the most, but this is the thing. Everybody is different. What Susie may like, Bethany may not like that. You know what I mean? So, I'm just gonna speak on myself, what I would like, to be honest. Like, just gonna say that. I think a picnic date is really, really cute. I know a lot of girls who I've at least talked to said they've always wanted to have a picnic date. I think that's really, really cute. And you can't really go wrong with that if you figure out the person's favorite food. Like, you know, who doesn't like food? So I would just like either make their favorite food or get some of their favorite food and their favorite fruits and like a nice dessert and just like lay out a blanket on a sunny day and have a picnic. Or, you know, go swimming together and then do a drive-in movie afterwards or something. Drive-in movies are pretty dope. Also, specific to San Marcos, I know everybody like to be in that river. I'm not a really big river person, so maybe going tubing with the person and having something to drink while y'all in the river and stuff. People really seem to enjoy that. I'm not getting in that dirty river. You can't tell me nothing. Like, no, gross, ill, gross, but people seem to like that river, so maybe do that. I know a lot of people love to go to Pluckers in San Marcos, so Pluckers, just figure out what they like and figure out their favorite place. And just be creative, I guess I would say, with it. It really depends on the person. So it's kind of like really hard telling you about date ideas when I don't really know the person, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are just a couple ideas that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, there's this one place. I don't know what it's called, but it starts with an E. It's like a movie theater. In San Marcos, but it's a movie theater, an arcade, and a restaurant, and like it's actually really dope. I went on a date there one time. Spill the tea about the locker story when you were in high school. I see someone watched my How I Almost Got Jumped video. Okay, so you watched my story time videos. Now it's time. Okay, so let me spill the tea about this locker story. So basically, this happened when I was in high school. So I was in ROTC. I know some of y'all are probably like, what? She was in ROTC? Yeah, I can barely do a push-up now, but you know, I was in ROTC my freshman year, you know. I left the second semester, but you know, it's cool, it's whatever. If you're in ROTC, they made sure that your lockers were pretty much near the ROTC room because after school activities, and also we would do PT on certain days of the week, so we would have to change out anyways. Like, it wouldn't make sense for the ROTC room to be downstairs and you to have a locker on like the second floor. So a lot of girls, for some reason, I don't know why they wouldn't just go to their locker, but I guess like they were in ROTC and their locker wasn't as close to the room as mine was. So a lot of people would ask to put their stuff in my locker. And I had no problem with it. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, you know what I'm saying? You know, put your stuff in my locker, that's fine. It even got to the point to where I gave some of these girls my combination because I was like, I feel like pretty comfortable, you know, and stuff, and they're pretty dope. We're doing this like daily, so it's fine for them to put their stuff in my locker. So fast forward to the second semester of my freshman year of high school, I dropped out of ROTC because it just was not for me, and my locker still remained the same. I didn't get any notification about my locker changing, or I checked Skyward, my locker was still the same. I was just out of ROTC, but my locker just so happened to be in that hallway. And also, it was a part of like the fine arts hallway anyway, so if I had to change out for theater, my locker's still right there, so I wasn't really tripping. So one morning, I'm walking to my locker, you know what I'm saying, and I unlock my locker, and I see that there's no room for my stuff. So I look around for the girls, and they're all coming down the hall because, you know, they're always in the ROTC hall. And I was like, hey, there's no room for me to put my stuff in there. And the ringleader of the girls says, sorry, you're not in ROTC anymore, so that's not your locker anymore. Excuse me, sis? Excuse me? What did you just say? Excuse me? Baby, I'll let you use my locker. I was kind enough to let y'all put your stuff in my locker, and you got the nerve to tell me that that's not my locker anymore because I'm not in ROTC. Baby, that's still my locker. So I was like, okay. So I had my friend Naomi with me at the time. Well, we're not friends anymore, but whatever, that's another story for another time. I had my friend Naomi with me, and we basically started walking away. And Naomi, she was a senior, she was like, you gonna let them do you like that? Girl, you really gonna let them take your locker like that? Are you serious? You really gonna let them do that and just take your locker and get away with it? So in my head, I was like, you know what, Naomi's right. Turn right back around, walk back to my locker, ready to check them, and they weren't there. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'm still mad. I'm mad that I didn't say anything. I'm mad that they weren't there anymore. I'm mad about the entire situation. So I was like, I gotta get my revenge. I open my locker and I take one of everything. Their school notebooks, some of their clothes, like their gloves and just different things that were really important to them. And I flushed it down the toilet. I threw some away. And I just scattered them all around the school so they would never find it. I just felt like it would irk their soul if they had one of everything. And it did. It worked. Because the ringleader came up to me at the end of the day and was like, Jada, I can't find any of my stuff that was in your locker. Like, have you seen blah, 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 my jacket, my glove, da, 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 da. I looked at her and I was like, sorry, that's not my locker anymore. And walked off. And final question, are you a sophomore in college? I'm a soft junior, a soft junior, a sophomore June. Bro, I'm 1 credit hour off. I'm gonna just call myself a junior. No, I'm not a sophomore, I'm a junior. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to go fill out that Google form. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, share the video, and remember, stay focused and stay fabulous. Y'all do that form, okay? Like and share the video if you wanna hit subscribe. Comment your requests and I'll be sure to hit reply. Be sure to follow me on social media if we vibe. Thank you all for watching. See you Wednesday. Boo, goodbye. Mwah. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Like it, hit subscribe. What?